Last time on Polymorph Self, the epic saga of Seyda, her greatsword, plus Hjani and those other squishier elves. I rescued Onas from definite crushing doom, and thanks to some sharp shooting from Hjani, we managed to defeat the tentacle scourge that had attacked us. Bjorn's magical potion addiction returned in full force, and Onas became addicted to the rush of an ornithopter. After a messy start, we finally got airborne, which is not a pleasant experience for a girl from the flats of the plains. And, like an elf in love with his control stick, Onas flew us straight into the mouth of an actual dragon. A real dragon, with real deadly dragon breath. Thankfully, some evasive maneuvers and a blast from the flame lance drove it away, and we landed back on the precious, precious ground.
Twat-bald?
Yeah.
What?
Twat-bald.
Bald twat.
Hashtag twat-bald.
He's twat-bald.
Andy, you're not just bald. Thank you. You're twat-bald. Doesn't make any sense, but it sounds pretty funny. You awake, cold and groggy. Emerging from your makeshift shelter, the moor stretches out in front of you, sloping downwards until it disappears into the morning mists. The purple heather and spiky thistle are covered in a sparkling layer of frost. Behind you, the long inland cliff stretches away in either direction, and mainly hidden in a rocky recess is the ornithopter, light glinting off a tiny exposed section of golden wing. Arpitani is awake and staring out at the view. Indeed, the first frosts of winter on the lonely wilderness is both poetic and melancholic to the Cicathran elves. And I might suggest that Onas, the resident scribe and scholar of the party, may like to compose a few lines about this inspiring scene.
Oh, how like a snow-clad veil is the scene before my eyes. How I'd like to climb inside my ornithopter and fly above the skies, swooping and a-soaring and a-killing some dragons, because I am no longer travelling in any wagons. Thank
Better
you.
than the goth poems.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the scene anyway, and
Did I do that in my head, or was I...
no, that's what you said. You looked out at the frosty moor enveloped by the winter mist, and you recited those lines,
Yeah.
and everyone else was groggily waking up, looking at you, like sitting around you as you composed your couplets.
Great.
And I think you really augmented the stunning view.
Yeah, I think so. And the amazing
think
flying that I did the night before.
I think you can give yourself 50 experience points.
There you go. Who's laughing now? Still no one.
Don't you have to divide that up between all of us?
No, this is
Individual bonus.
Individual bonus. Try some poetry yourself.
Or try a stand-up comedy set to
Again.
the moors.
Yeah,
In fact, now Bjorn stands up, seeing the same view, and after hearing that speech, he's in mind to mock it with his comedy skills.
Oh, no.
So let's listen to what's Bjorn's riposte to that speech.
nice poetry. Insert name of Cicathran poet here. Shakespeare.
Do you get
I'll
tumbleweed
take
in the snow? Does that happen? Is there any
There's a
tumbleweed
light
in the-
dusting of snow kicks up as a breeze
As if tumbleweed.
comes through the area, making a swirling pattern reminiscent of a certain desert plant.
It resembles a thumbs down as it just passes in the wind.
Well, here's the thing. If you roll a DC 15 performance check now and you succeed, the rest of the party have to laugh and find it hilarious honestly. If you fail, there's continued silence.
If they fail, can we heckle?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But if he succeeds, you all think that his charm alone, his stand-up skills have basically bowled you over. So what's your performance comedy skill?
3.
And you
Just
got
like
to
real life.
beat 15. This sounds about right.
All right. Nice poetry. Insert name of Cicathran poet. 2 plus 3 is a 5.
Was that a joke?
I'm not a fan of all of this elf poetry. Let's just get in on our big golden bird.
Didn't say she wasn't a fan of my comedy. Let's go.
I thought that was a poem.
Shit.
It was a poem.
We've been a great audience, a fair audience.
All right, I'll take. Yep. Skip breakfast.
And everyone wakes up and it was all a horrible dream. What's happening, DM?
What's happening is it's as you have described. It's time to get in your ornithopter and fly back. And without further ado,
Yep.
that was the pre-adventure start description, and now here comes the real one, the long thing that I always read out at the beginning of adventures.
All right,
So
turn off my mic then.
no.
Here comes the science bit.
Taking to the skies once more, in the golden ornithopter, you head southeast towards the ancient elven castle of Luna Nami. The vast moor is below you, but it is now shrouded in mists. The rocky tors and crags of the higher ground materialize, then fade away when you pass near. The sky is a white-grey slab, and light snow falls. You wrap your travel cloaks tight, your frozen breath stinging the nose on its way out. Arpitani, noble daughter of Prince Callus Whiteblade, has come around to full consciousness and faculties, but she sits silently, in deep thought, as is the wont of Cicatharin winter elves. At one point, you pass over the Bone Ford. First you see the river, and then the giant arches made from the ribcage of a long-dead ancient beast. Seeing it from on high gives you a new sense of how big it is, and how big the gargantuan creature must have been. Turning south, the moors give way to lowlands. The view clears a little, allowing you to see farther, but dusty snow still floats around you as you fly. On your right, the foothills and slopes of the mountainous Greatwood appear, its green pines highlighted with white frost. Soon after, on the left, you are joined by the mile-wide Great Calney River, making its way down across the northern plains to the valley that houses Cicathra. Finally, the castle comes into view. First, the near-perfect shiny black cube that is the castle itself, and then the garrison settlement and village around it. The dome atop the keep is open as you left it, the landing pad beneath you.
Do you think you can stick this landing? You can land in that opening?
Hold on tight. I land the ornithopter.
You all brace as Onas takes the ornithopter down towards the landing pad. It is mind-melded with you, and you do it easily and skillfully without any problem whatsoever, and no bumps or jostles. You are now landed on top of the castle.
And could you please mind your heads when you open the overhead bag? Fuck. Oh, wait, go on.
Good landing.
Yeah, thanks.
It was real good. Smooth ride.
Yeah, that's what they call me. It's on my pilot's helmet. Smooth ride. Onas smooth ride on Deary.
Okay, I'm Arpitani. Well, we're back. Wow.
Yeah, it was a fun journey.
That's a little bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? Like, no more excitement.
Yeah, I was hoping to see that dragon again. That was pretty crazy.
Maybe we will.
I've got a case of bird lag. It's like,
I get
we're
it.
in a bird.
I get
Well,
it.
do you guys need to do anything? Because I'm assuming we have to go back at one point and report that I'm back and all that kind of stuff, right?
Were we not going to send word ahead that
We were, but
We had a
I
debate
think-
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was overruled.
shall we continue this debate?
No. I think we're here. We should just find out what's going on here. We know that it's a new crew that are in this castle from when Hjani was here. Mm-hmm. So we can maybe just investigate and see. She knows this place pretty well. She was living here.
As you know, the castle itself is not very well manned, and even the doors are missing. But there's a kind of collection of like buildings, stables, and storehouses around the castle where the garrison hang out, where you last met the lowly door minder.
Yeah.
Oh, is the lowly door minder still there?
Well, you're on top of the castle right now, so
Let's
you
go
can't
down
really
into the castle.
We go down and have a look.
We go
Okay.
down and have a look.
see. With Arpitani, I've been cursed now. I can't speak.
Oh, by Herzog.
I don't know what happened. With Arpitani following behind you despondently and uninterested, you wander down into the castle courtyard and out through the doors, and you see that the doors have been found, and there's a work crew trying to sort of reattach them right now. When you go out into the buildings, there seem to be a new contingent of soldiers have arrived, and there's hustle and bustle. Like a foreman is like telling workers to fix up the stables, to put the doors back on. There seems to be an advance crew here cleaning the place up and trying to get it shipshape. But you see over by the storerooms next to the stables, guarding the door miserably in the cold as the snow falls onto his head, one lowly doorkeeper.
Well, now that I confirmed he's here, we can just walk past him. I don't actually care.
Oh,
to
you
talk
don't
to
want
him.
to? You don't want to talk to
No,
him?
not really. He wasn't that interesting the last time.
He was a kind of boring guy.
Hey guys,
Oh, shoot. I didn't see anything. Walk
made eye
faster,
contact?
guys. Walk faster.
you're back. I saw the ornithopter fly over like a giant golden bird. I never thought in my lifetime I would see such a thing of legend. Oh.
We rode it.
I flew it.
Are you the pilot?
I am indeed.
Oh, tell me about it. It must have been amazing.
Well, I'm a
What's
Onas
it like?
Smooth Ride. Is that my nickname? Smooth Ride. Anyway, yes, I melded with the thing because I have a natural affinity for magic and obviously for aviation as well. Maybe I can take you up someday if you can tell us what's been going on here.
You would take me for a ride in the
Oh,
ornithopter?
sure. Yeah, I'd take you for a
All right,
ride
focus, Dorman.
in my golden bird.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Second Captain. Bjorn. That's right. Second
Yeah.
Captain Bjorn. I'm but a lowly door minder sitting here in the snow.
You're like the guy that we got the potions off before. He was a lowly something or other, wasn't he? Buck up, man. Stand up for yourself.
I am that one and same lowly doorman.
No, that was in another village. Are you the same lowly guy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You want to know
I've
what's
met a
going on?
number of lowly guys, and my advice to them is always buck up. Stop being so lowly. Be a bit more highly.
That's what I say to all my friends in
I
lowly
think that's what you
places.
told me.
Oh yeah, well you're not doing a very good job, are you?
Well, here's what happened. All these new soldiers arrived from Linake Reka, and a foreman and a work crew, and I was like, oh, now's my chance. I can really move up. So I stood up straight. I walked over to the new captain, and I said, my name is Lowly Doorman Bill, and I've been minding my post. I've not let you down. I've been here for a month, standing in front of this, only eating one bowl of gruel a day, and I'm ready now to take on more responsibility. And he said to me, get back to your fucking door, you lowly piece of shit. And
You
I've
need
been
to
standing
be
here ever since.
More aspirational. Instead of introducing yourself as lowly doorman, why don't you try introducing yourself as highly doorman, Bill?
Yes.
Oh, that's really good.
Speaking of gruel,
We need some gruel.
yeah, when was the last time we ate?
We've got all those rations. We had some at the camp last night, but yes.
Over by the doors where the workmen are fixing up the gates of the castle, there is in fact a long table set out and some soup bowls and some meat and some chefs cutting stuff up and handing out
Ooh,
rations
a soup
to the
and
workers.
meat buffet.
Let's get in there.
Bill, next time we're back, I don't want to see you guarding the door anymore. You could be guarding something bigger than the door.
Yeah. Oh, and guys, I do have something to tell you about what's going on here.
Oh,
Yes.
Go on.
It's a bit weird, and I don't know what it means, but apparently the Raka is not the Raka anymore. Apparently we're called the fifth protract. It's a really big word. The fifth.
Protectorate, Bill. Protectorate.
Oh, that's it. How did you know? Now I'm a lowly doorman of the fifth protractorate. Yeah. See, I am going up in the world. I mean the projectorate.
anyways, the gruel's over there.
Yeah, let's go and get some
Let's
food.
get to the buffet.
Hey,
And,
guys, could you like get me some soup and bring it back? I'm not allowed to leave my
You're not
post.
that highly.
Well,
Not that what?
You're not that highly, Bill. Come on.
I'm
Get back to
I'm
your
hungry
post.
and it's cold.
We're
Okay.
captains.
Bill, give a man some soup, and he can drink soup for one bowl's
But
worth.
teach a man to soup.
And he can soup for his entire family.
You get it, Bill.
Oh, that's amazing. I'll think. Oh, wow, that's gold.
Soup need not be a noun, it can also be a verb. Now let's go and soup.
Master Onas, what's a verb?
Let's go and soup.
We
Okay,
go in
guys.
soup.
We
We
go
come
in
in
soup.
soup.
Okay, you walk off and leave him to his post, and he watches you hungrily with a small piece of drool emerging from his mouth as he imagines the taste of that soup that you're about to eat.
All right, so the name of the land that we live in has now changed to the Fifth Protectorate. Does that mean that we have to change all of our stationery? Is all the money going to change?
Weren't we just using like gold bits to begin with?
Yeah, the gold coins, but there's got to be something stamped on them.
Hey guys, your biggest concern is stationery. There's a major shift in the political socio forces in this region, and you just worry about what face is going to be on your
Hey.
gold bits.
Is Tani falling around right behind us?
Yeah, maybe she has something to say about this.
Well, that brings us to the next scene. You arrive at the workers' food bench, and you queue up to get some soup, and the chef is kind of like ignoring you. At which point, Arpitani, who was hanging out by the door, she didn't deign to talk to the
She
lonely
is
doorman.
so chill.
She walks over, and she starts eyeballing the soup server, and he sees who she is and just sort of goes deathly silent. And then she starts kicking off on him like, don't you know who these guys are? Don't ignore them. serve him. In fact, no, get down your hands and knees right now. And he gets down on hands and knees, and she basically makes him, like, just everyone goes silent, orders him to start scooping the mud up off the ground, sticking it into his mouth and eat it, which he does while begging for his life. This goes on for like 10 minutes, and then she turns around and it just goes on and on. A crowd forms. She humiliates him, eat the mud, and he's like crying, like, oh, okay, don't kill me. And at the end of it, she turns around with a big grin and goes, see, now you'll get your soup. And she goes, okay, get up. Just give them the soup and don't ignore them. These are my top guys, okay? You should count yourself lucky that they have deigned to let you live. Now give them the fucking soup. And then she just wanders off again, all casual.
What did they say about never pissing off your chef?
Guys, we've been promoted from a crack team to top guys.
I liked it better when we were a crack team and chefs went eating mud.
Yeah, we would have got our soup faster.
That was intense.
The chef can't even look you in the eyes as he sort of like pitifully spoons the soup into the bowls and hands them to you face down.
I hope he washed his hands.
It looks like puddings for dessert.
I offer him a look of kindness, though I don't know if I can actually do a look of kindness, so whatever look happens to cross my face.
Like a kind of grimace as if you're about to slit his throat, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. But then I downgraded it to like punch him in the face or something like
Okay.
that.
So he
You know?
feels at ease.
It looks like it's a look
So
of
wait, did you
downgrading
No, she didn't.
animosity.
No, she looks like she might punch
Yeah.
him in the face.
It's a
Okay.
Anyway, let's eat our
Yeah,
soup.
anyways.
We eat our soup and then we...
I don't want this soup. I don't want this evil soup.
As Hjani
I'll have it.
gives
my
the chef looks up, makes eye contact with Hjani and sees her downgraded punch her in the face look, and tears literally come out of his eyes and drop into Hjani's soup as he gives it to you.
Is he human or is he elf, actually?
He's elven.
Oh, okay. Then I derive no joy from this.
At any given time in Kincathra, 80% of the people you meet are elves. On the Wrecker, it's more like 60-40.
I'm gonna slip this guy a gold piece. I'm just gonna give him a gold piece and apologize profusely.
Openly in front of everyone
not
with
openly.
Arpitani looking around,
Not
or you're going to try
openly.
and do it stealthily?
Stealthily. Let's
Do we have a
stealthily.
relevant skill for that then? Because there could be big consequences
Oh,
if you've
dear.
seen doing this.
Slip him a gold piece does sound like innuendo.
What would it be? I
What do you have down there?
I
Isn't there
don't
a
have sleight of hand.
Yeah, but what
still
does it
use it.
say by sleight of hand?
Dexterity.
Dex.
And does it, are you is there a black box next to it?
No.
That's awesome. So here's what happens.
Oh,
and
God.
again, Robyn, you have to say I slip him a gold
Okay.
piece. Not I'm going to slip him a gold piece. Otherwise, it's just you're just saying it into the air. So
Which is a weird tick of yours.
yeah. So here's what happens: is when you finish getting your soup and everyone's moved on, you hang back, and you just you go to slip him a gold piece, but it's kind of like seen by Arpitani from across the way, and she sort of watches. She doesn't say anything. You walk away, and as you go off to find somewhere to sit and your soup, you just hear behind you footsteps, and you see she walks over, slaps him across the face, holds a hand out. He sort of hands over the gold piece, knees trembling. She sort of pockets it, walks off the other way, and then he goes back to crying into his soup.
That could have. You don't have any kind of sleight of hand skill, so that could have turned out. You go to hand him a gold piece and accidentally chop off his head. So it could have been so much worse.
Like this, I've had more fun Christmas dinners than this meal we're having right now. Can we just go and sit down and eat?
You're now
Maybe play Monopoly and then...
you are now sitting around a sort of like a sort of tree stump stool, rough table in the area where all these people are sort of bustling and trying to rebuild certain parts of the castle and the stuff around it. So you're now sitting down, eating your food. Arpitani comes walking over. She goes, "Okay, get the food down you, and then in an hour we'll head into Linake Raka and make our report."
Yeah.
Sounds
So
good.
now is your time to sort of go back over stuff, make plans, or anything you want to talk about before we go into the get back and make the report section. You've got a game time hour with your soup to have
Right.
private conversation.
Just really
how,
nursing
how
that soup.
How private is this?
Everything
Can
you
anyone-
say now will not be heard by anyone else in the scene. This is between you. This is your time to discuss things.
So, guys, things been weighing on my mind. I pretended to be a citizen just so she would listen to us. What am I supposed to do about that now?
Oops.
I'm not a strategist.
Well, how long do you think you can carry that bluff on for?
Well, I have no bluff skills.
All right, but I mean, just like as long as you're wearing the
You
ring
have
and
the
you
ring.
don't make a big deal of it, then you should be okay.
Well, does anyone know anything about these rings? Because
If I know that if you're caught having one that you shouldn't have, death.
Yeah, because back in Linaki Raka, they would know that I'm not a citizen anyways, right?
Then maybe you should lose it.
DM note, what you do know is that they're individually made for the person who becomes a citizen, and the sort of little sigil and number stamped on the front of it, it's like a signet ring with a flat front, is the unit or area you served with when you did that national service. So they couldn't immediately disprove the ring was there, but if they didn't believe you, they would be able to send
Check
a
it
message, check with it, but it would be a check which took days. They would never be able to just suss you at the moment you're saying it, but it's check-upable, but it's in the day, it's the ancient world, so that would take weeks if someone's incompetent in any chain of the inquiry. It's not a foolproof check, but that's what you know. You couldn't be sussed just by looking at it.
Do you know if the records are kept in Linaki Raka? You're a good
Look,
forger, aren't you?
Yeah, and let's just not. We could do that, or we could just, if you get asked about it, or we could just get out of there in a couple of days. We'll be
I don't know
fine.
how to play anything cool.
Hey,
Just mean.
leave that to me, kid.
Anyway, is there anything we want to check out here before we go? Do we going to have a look at any stuff, or
Was there anything else in this town?
in the castle, in the fortress?
Oh yeah, let's have a sneak around the fortress.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little look.
How did you pick that up?
I don't know.
To have a sneak around the fortress.
As it happens, Arpitani, when you finish this soup, is going to basically grab you and head back to make the report. What you've got the chance to do now is just get your story straight before you go back.
Okay,
Keep the ring on. Don't take it off now because she's going to notice.
don't worry about the ring.
Yeah.
Keep the ring on, and I put my sunglasses on, fold my arms across my chest, and lean back in my chair, and play it cool.
Are we going to say anything about that town that we left burning and was full of those anti-theophany dudes?
To who?
I'm sure that's going to be part of
In
it.
our
because
report.
we saved
Oh,
her
yeah,
from
that's a
there.
good-
She
Okay.
knows about it just as well as we do. That will be part of this, I'm sure.
And the dragon? We're going to say about the dragon, how it attacked us.
Why
and-
not?
We have no reason to lie about any of that,
Anytime
right?
she was there, it's going to come up. So that all needs to be. I'm just more concerned about the fact we now seem to be involved in a massive political uprising, and I just wanted to fight some evil wizards.
Well, there's not really an uprising. It's just the name's changed.
Hey,
it's now Fifth Protector.
Things change. Change is a part of life.
At this moment, Onas remembers that he now has the ability to translate the word he saw carved into the earth from the sky.
Oh yes.
And can you just pass me any piece of paper, even if you're using it? I'm going to write the word on it.
All right.
Write it in this book here.
Okay, now while I'm just writing this from my notes, Bjorn takes off his sunglasses and finishes the play it cool line. What does he say? And then you guys keep talking while I write this down.
Play it cool, like...
Like I'm in school?
Doesn't have to rhyme. Play it cool like this guy. Bjorn points his thumbs at himself, indicating that he is cool. Which I think, if you have been listening up until now, you know his character
Is this a joke?
is the coolest of all of them. I'm going to ignore that.
I think this is more poetry.
I'm not a fan of elven poetry
Okay,
either.
so while you guys talk like this over your soup, that comes into Onas's mind that's what it said in this ancient elven tongue. They're the syllables, but you don't really know what it means.
Okay. So I'm none the wiser, but remember I saw there's that writing we saw from on high. Remember?
Yeah,
You
sure.
recall it, and it looked familiar to me at the time, and I've just remembered what it means. Muina siwi eva.
Okay, stop right there, because after you say the word... Oh, and by the way, after I've read this, I'm never going to say it ever again. It will just be like you had a real dream and you have to just remember it, right?
Wait, we're all having the same dream at the same time?
Only Onas is experiencing this.
So you write it down.
Yeah. After you say the word, Onas, the world around you melts away and you feel as if you are floating in a formless black void. And after a brief moment in that, you start to see vivid and evocative visions. You are back on the Rossmoor. Snow and ice covers the landscape and thick pockets of fog hug the ground. There is the sound of heavy stomping footsteps and you feel your body tremble. You see a hulking blue-skinned creature walking on 4 legs and with a bone-encrusted head of many horns lumber towards you. It stops and lets out a deep guttural roar, arcing its neck skywards. Now you're in the forest. It is the Greatwood. An unfamiliar city of wood and stone fills a long curving valley between the snow-covered ridges. Overlooking it on a hilltop is an imposing black monolith, like a single carved block of polished onyx. It's a tower of some kind, but wider and taller than even the Catherine defense towers. Suddenly, you find yourself in the streets of the city. Elves are everywhere, but they wear unfamiliar garb and have icy blue eyes. You look up, 2 huge white dragons circle each other in the sky. Snow falls onto your face. Now there is fighting on the streets. Men dressed in black with full-head metal animal masks rampage around in a fury. Now the city fades away, leaving only the valley and the monolith above. A party of people are trudging through the snow. You feel they are looking for something powerful, and they are close. Closer now, you see the tabards and sigils of the anti-Theophanites, and at their head a familiar silver mask. The acolytes are afraid. You feel it. Finally, you see yourself and your companions in a dark chamber. A strange metal contraption sits in a sunken pit. All around, a freezing fog blasts into the room, and one by one, they freeze into an icy statue and shatter into pieces. You come around, seemingly at the very same second you went under. No time is lost to you, but the others do start to glare as you're kind of shaking your head and staring oddly. But from you guys' point of view, like, no time has passed. He didn't, like, close his eyes and be asleep for an hour. That's what happens suddenly when you say the word.
Sorry, what?
I don't think I want to say that word again. I just had a weird vision, and I need to absorb it for a little while. I might tell you about it later, but geez, it was pretty intense.
Were there any wolves?
No wolves.
Any ponies?
No ponies.
Oh.
You gonna finish your soup?
Yeah, it's got a bit of mud in it, but yeah, I guess I will. All right, let's finish this.
Oh, and Onas, you now start to think that a very famous tale of the Wrecker and the Northern Kingdom is that somewhere in the northern Greatwood is a huge black tower called Sulasa Tani, and that it's a kind of kid story to frighten people from going into the woods. Mm-hmm. Right? And that sort of comes to mind a little bit. You would know of that.
Okay.
I feel like so much exposition has passed, and yet no time has passed at all.
Well, let's expose the bottom of our plates after drinking this disgusting soup, and I guess we should just make it towards the ornithopter if we're just going to say what happened. That's our idea for our report.
Yeah, we head towards the ornithopter.
You return to the ornithopter after eating your delicious yet salted with the tears of an abused employee.
Oh, no.
What?
Only
mine.
cried in Hjani's, not mine.
That's true. You only got the mud. He only got the mud and tears.
It's quite nice, actually, with that little extra salt.
Yeah, a little extra salt of the tears of the underclass. Just what makes Hjani's soup that extra bit special.
I can see why nobles want to be nobles now.
In that case, if you return directly and fly off, unfortunately you get the third and final big read immediately.
Wait, can we change? Oh.
Right, no going back.
Yeah. Now, you meet up with Arpitani again, you go back, you get into the ornithopter, and she says, wait a moment. Are we going to... This is where the ornithopter stays. Are we going to fly the ornithopter back into town? Shouldn't we just walk back to town? What do you think, guys?
If you're asking, then yeah, we should. Of course we should fly back to town.
So we should totally, like, fly back into town ornithopter and just land it in a square.
Think how cool it would look. Think of your triumphant return back to the seat.
Let's not cause a complete riot amongst the commoners. Let's at least land it on the north side by the defense tower. But yeah, let's fly back.
Okay, but I might need to swoop it in low so we don't get seen. Do a bit of
I'm gonna fly this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. By the way, I'm very impressed, Master Onas, with your flying skills, and I'm warming to you.
Thank you. I would like to learn the true
You're
skill
like a
of flying.
top guy amongst my top guys here.
Yeah, I'm like a top gun amongst your top guys.
I think you are.
Yeah. Well, show me what you've got.
Also, I'm warming to you. I mean, I think when this is all said and done, and if we meet again for a mission, I think we'll have a lot of fun. Like with the people.
Yeah. Maybe I can
get. Call him Smooth Ride.
Yeah. Maybe I can get my own ornithopter.
Oh, we'll see. Well, allegedly, there's one in all 4 of the castles on the Wrecker.
Collect them all.
Yeah. Okay. You fly into the sky once more, and it takes you like 15 minutes to get back to Lenake Reka.
I'm never traveling by wagon again.
As you land on the north side, like all the people there, it's a mixture of two reactions. One, just to sort of stare open-mouthed at this marvel, a flying metal bird. And the other one is running away in abject fear and panic as some sort of giant metal golden bird comes flying out the sky like has never been seen before by these people.
I think we like both. The reactions are fine.
Yeah, well, both happen in equal measure. And you've returned back to the border town, the frontier town of Lenake Reka for the first time, but now it's winter, so the atmosphere of Lenake Reka has changed drastically since you left. The end of the harvest and the coming of winter is marked by the festival of Jala. As Seyda and Bjorn know well, when the cold snap happens, it is sudden and the drop harsh, as the freezing winds blow down from the plains. Behind the town to the south, the mountainous greatwood is a pale backdrop like a faded painting. The riverside docks are quiet now. Boats are pulled up to the squares and covered, warehouses are locked, the donkeys are all stabled. The lantern district is still busy, but people stay inside, and the bustle has gone from the lanes. Around the temple quarter, workers put up lines of bunting. The blue and white flags flutter in the chill breeze. It is here that the festival will eventually come to life. Walking around, it seems like every street corner has a soldier or militiaman on it. This is especially true of the human quarter. Looking towards the north side of town, you spy the ancient Catherine Defence Tower. Its twin across the river is shrouded in fog. It is then that you notice a gaping slot across one whole side of the tower. There sits an oversized flame lance 5 times the size of the one on the ornithopter. It is pointed directly into the centre of town. Okay, you're back at town. You have free range of the place.
Am I the only one who finds that giant flame lance a little bit ominous?
That's probably the right word for it, ominous, yeah. We should go and work our contacts and find out what's been going on since we've been gone. Ever since we've been gone.
Sure, I'll hit up the soldiers' quarters, as I do.
And before we do that, I'll have to edit it. I remembered that my town map of the areas is there, so I'm just going to...
You know when something dies and you can smell? Can you smell that? So, there's a dead mouse in here, isn't there? I can smell
something, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't smell anything.
I can smell it over here.
stuff.
No, it's
I think
it's
so,
horrible,
really.
yeah.
It's probably
There's
over on that
the smell
side.
of death.
Could be my shoes.
Have you been stamping mice to death again?
Hmm.
Oh, well, it'll probably be fully decomposed by the next time we come in here, so it won't be a problem.
Yay! Yeah.
It's adding to the realism.
So there's a flame lance pointed at the center of the village.
Yeah, like the... Okay, so we're back in. Yeah, towards the top of this huge sort of jet black tower, like one face of it is like open in a rectangle, and this huge cannon is kind of pointing out down into the town. Doesn't appear to be anyone there manning it, but it wasn't there before, and it's pointed townwards. So there's not many people on the streets because they're all indoors. It's getting cold, but there are soldiers and patrols everywhere. You've got the run of the town. Of course, your ultimate goal is to go either to the garrison place or the tower to make your report to someone.
Polo.
I was going to go to Polo.
Your captain is, don't forget, it's going back a bit, but your captain is Captain Corlo, who's actually Captain Jessica Corlo, the human, also a human barbarian. One of the few humans who are captains in this ranger army on the Reka. And of course, your ultimate person to report to is Prince Callus Whiteblade.
Well, we should go and speak to her because she's the one who set us off on this mission and was kind enough to tell us there were other groups of rangers.
And Bill Botley will be happy to see you too. That's also an option. But yeah,
yeah. Let's go back to go and talk to the captain first, and then
Okay.
yeah, let's just get that out of the way, and then we'll find out what's been going on here. She might.
I
tell us.
report to one man,
Who's that?
Bill Botley.
by the way, as you walk around the streets of Lenake Reka, everyone coming your way crosses the road to avoid you, goes indoors or stares at the floor, and it's because like Arpitani Whiteblade, daughter of the Crown Prince of the Fifth Protectorate and noted sort of unpredictable sadist, who could send you is just sort of walking nonchalantly behind you. She's enjoying herself actually. She's like, I'm back, and but like everyone coming your way who sees that just puts their head down, crosses the road, gets into a tavern, takes another route. You're being shunned as you go through.
Got that sadism
Oh,
thing.
gosh.
Yeah, that
All
reputation.
right.
We go to
Princess?
report- Oh, okay.
Oh, Hjani.
Well, we're just gonna go and turn in our report now. Would you like us to meet you later?
Well, no, because like you've got to present me. I'm back.
Okay.
To the captain?
I don't know who you're reporting to, isn't it? To my father.
I suppose we could do that too.
I don't think we should
Look,
go
this
over
is
our captain's
this is awesome. We just like look at these people. We've got respect here. This is great. Like, I'm just enjoying it. I'll follow you guys.
Okay,
Or I could meet you later if you want. If you want, I could just go and check out some of these whatever the entertainments are in the Lantern District, and I'll just meet you. Give me a time. Like when should I meet you?
I think it's best if she comes to the captain with us. Then we can show that we've done our mission, and then
All right.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I'll meet you later. Looks like there's a lot of fun to be had around here.
Let's go to the captain.
Am I coming or not?
yes,
Yeah.
you can come along.
My lady, I gotta say,
My
you're
lady.
being real chill right now. I'm
I've been mainlining that elixir very. I'm feeling great.
got any more of
Okay.
them goods?
Sorry.
Got any more of them goods?
Yeah, we got a huge stash back at the defense tower. You know what? My guys get rewarded. I look after my guys.
Oh my goodness, let's go back to the captain.
Yes.
Okay. You return to the garrison section, which is almost transformed because the amount of troops is doubled. Some sort of second contingent of what looks like militia or city guard in uniforms bearing the sigil of House Whiteblade have arrived from wherever they... Not a lot, I mean like an extra 50 people. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's really taking their duty way more seriously than before. Guards are upright and vigil. The scribes are like from the hall next to the garrison house that you did that report. Yeah, your scribes are like they're running to their giving their messages and their jobs. Everyone is just like on the top of their
Scribes
game.
running?
Yeah,
No.
you've never seen this
Never
before. It's
seen that.
incredible. Scribes like really getting the job done in the shortest possible amount of time and as efficiently.
This is not right. Something's very wrong here.
Yeah, and you see briefing a line of new recruits. Basically, it's funny. It's like you, when you first came to Lenakiraka, the next line of recruits are lined up getting their speech from Captain Corlo in the middle of the square.
Yeah, but are any of them a crack team?
You don't know.
More like crap teams.
So you're finally
Guys,
back.
we're top guys.
Top guns.
Top guys in a horrible society.
You better keep your mouth. You better watch your mouth.
You've got us you got mud in our soup. That's what you
I'm not the one who got mud in the soup.
indirectly.
No, you got to go. You got to remember. She didn't. it wasn't her fault.
Okay.
That
Captain
wasn't me.
Corlo, sensing a presence behind us, looks over her shoulder, looks back, and then double takes when she sees you guys walking in with Arpitani Whiteblade.
Classic.
And she's just
double
looking at you,
What?
looking at you like wanting to be, she's just genuinely surprised.
As if she thought we were being sent to our certain deaths. Surprised?
No, and also one by one, everyone in the square also looks around, sees who's with you, and just stops what they're doing and sort of like bucks up. Or,
Yeah. Can I roll sense double take?
yeah, you can. That's your discern motive check.
I'm okay.
No, I want to roll this because you're going to go an opposed check against her bluff. And if you win, it means that you know that although she's your captain and above you, she was genuinely double taked.
All right. Well, I've got a +4 to sense motive.
Okay, so her unadjusted roll is 17.
Jesus. All right.
You got to beat 17 with +4.
That's 4 + 4 is 8.
She retains her air of integrity and authority over you despite double taking.
And I blow a snot bubble.
It is cold.
Mm-hmm.
My God, you have returned first out of the 3 teams, and you Your Highness, Arpitani Whiteblade, you are returned to us. Thank God. Arpitani just kicks her heels behind you, doesn't say anything. You're back. This is amazing.
Yes, we got here before.
Yep. Why? Other teams? Have you heard from the other Ranger teams?
No word. No one's back yet.
Funny.
And it is strange because Nicholas Trass is a highly rated captain in the Rangers, and of course, as you know, Hjani Kitu is our best Ranger.
Well,
It's strange.
you have the
I
best,
guess,
then you
yeah.
have the rest.
Yeah, I guess, there's them, and then there's us, crack team turned top team.
Well, I guess I know who my real best guys are now. Then.
That's
Top
us.
guys. We prefer top guys.
Top guys. Listen, Hjani, Bjorn, Seyda, and Onas. This is amazing. Did you find the ornithopter too?
Yep.
It's at the tower.
Well, kind of. It's near the tower. We've got it. It's safe. It's fine. Yeah.
This is unbelievable. You've saved us essentially. You've saved me. This is amazing. We must go and make our report to the prince.
But first, Captain, what's been going on around here? We saw there's a bit of an extra bit of artillery in one of the towers. Everyone seems a little bit on edge.
You look like
Scribes
a
were
busy
running,
little bee.
and lots of new recruits here. What's going on?
Prince Callas is claiming our town and the frontier as a 5th noble protectorate.
Ooh.
And here's the thing. Messages have been sent to the highest level, to the hidden woodland capital of Kikathra, to the seers.
I mean, are they okay with this declaration,
Well,
or is this like a civil war?
Well, the Castellan of the town of Linakireka has received messages back. Apparently, it's not a big problem or issue that the Reka might become an incorporated noble area. The issue is that one of the 4 noble families of the capital is already House Whiteblade.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're concerned about is if this is also House Whiteblade, it's disturbing the balance. Like, those 4 families have an equal part of the biggest
so the
city.
Whiteblade's already in charge of one of the
They already
protectorates,
have
aren't they?
one of the 4
Yes.
protectorates, so they're basically debating whether... They're literally debating the bureaucracy of it, whether or not this counts as a separate one or not. And clearly, before the winter really, like, cuts us off, they're not... It's just gonna go on. So he's got the place, at least for the winter.
Hmm.
And we can't do much about it. He only managed to get these 50 extra personal troops here, though. Because there's no way he can get a whole garrison up from the icy bay while the weather goes.
And what is the official line of the Rangers on this turn of events?
We must be loyal to the noble families of our nation.